Hello and welcome to Difficulty Raceway, the show that examines all the twists and turns involved in the race of finishing a video game.
You see, most games have the difficulty start out easy and simple. By the end of the game, the difficulty has raised considerably.
However, there are times when games will have a sudden jolt in the difficulty. Sometimes a game will have long grace periods, or they'll have extremely short segments that send you to hell and back.
So to show this off, we will divide a game into several segments, and rate the difficulty on a scale of 1 to 10. Finally, we'll decide the game's overall difficulty, and see if the game stays true enough to the difficulty formula.
Today we're going to fly into Super Mario 64, a game loved by many and hated by Bubsy 3D. Let us begin!
First, we must address the area outside of Peach's castle. This is a great place for newcomers to platformers to run and jump around with no risk whatsoever. However, you can drown or take fall damage if you're stupid enough, so we'll give this place a 0.25 out of 10.
Now let's go to the first floor of the castle, where you have access to levels such as Bomb-On Battlefield and Jolly Roger Bay. In order to advance to the next segment, you must collect at least 8 stars and then battle Bowser.
All these levels are relatively small, except for Cool Mountain, with some easy bosses and some obvious stars to collect. However, mistakes can be made, leading to Mario falling into oblivion or sleeping with some fishes. Also, some of the stars may be too hard for beginners to collect, like the penguin race, and some stars can't even be collected yet without Mario's different caps.
The Bowser level will cause beginners a few deaths, but veteran platformers can beat it easily unless they're reckless. Bowser himself is a joke. I beat him on my first try at the age of 9. So, this segment gets a 2 out of 10.
Now we head down to the basement where we're introduced to some larger and more elaborate levels like Hazy Maze Cave and Shifting Sandland. In order to advance to the next segment, you must collect at least 30 stars, including the star from boarding Bowser's sub, and then battle Bowser again.
Depending on what stars you're hunting for, these levels will either be straightforward and mildly difficult, or rather cryptic. In Lethal Lava Land, the lava greatly limits where Mario could go, making some stars harder to grab. While in Hazy Maze Cave, the stars are well hidden, and you will probably be running around until you're lucky enough to find one, solve a puzzle, die, or get bored and play Mario Kart instead. Again, some stars cannot be collected without Mario's different caps. After this segment, I'm going to assume you've collected them all though.
Speaking of caps, Mario's cap can now be stolen. If you don't know how to get it back, Mario will take more damage. Your feelings will take more damage.
Once you grabbed all the stars and boarded the sub, you can take on Bowser's next level. It's very linear, but if you make a mistake, you could die very easily. Bowser's a joke. Take the key and give this segment a 3 out of 10.
Go up the mountain, the stairs, and you'll find yourself on the next floor of the castle. The game takes a bit of a jump in difficulty. Here we have quite a few moderately sized stages that are much harder compared to the previous levels. We're also given a maze-like puzzle level that will make you run and swim around for a while.
Now, there's something I'd like to address here. You still have access to all the previous levels in the game, so you can go back and collect any stars you missed. However, by now you've exhausted all the easy stars and there are fewer options in each stage, so you'll stick mostly to the new levels.
Now, after falling off mountains, getting eaten by a fish, losing your hat again, and searching for the most grammatically correct walkthrough for Wet Dry World, you'll have 50 stars, but there's no Bowser level. He's probably busy removing the blobs from his boss battle, or at least he should be. Despite that, this segment gets a 5 out of 10.
Finally, you're at the top floor, and must collect 70 stars if you want to take on Bowser again. Now, there's only 2 levels, but they will test all your skills you've gained from this entire game. At least the levels aren't too mazy and cryptic, just not enough platforms.
You'll definitely consider going back to the old stages and collecting any missed stars, but you've probably taken all the stars from the first few levels and all the easier stars from the rest. Those shinies won't come very easy anymore.
Still, you'll be very skilled at this game by now, and you'll learn the new stages right away. Once you obtain 70 stars, you can have the spooky stairs and confront Bowser one more time.
This final level is challenging, but I bet you collected all the hard stars in Rainbow, right? Now let's jump into Bowser's Arena and... my gosh, it's actually wildly difficult! Now you gotta do triple the damage to him in comparison to the last time you fought him, and he will slowly destroy the platform from under you, so move very carefully. First time players may die quite a few times to this Bowser, but veteran players will have little to no problems. When he's down for the count, fly off and set the princess free, and here flies in a 5.5 out of 10.
Now let's get a verdict on this game. The game has a fairly average difficulty, probably easier for quite a few gamers. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10 overall. As for the curves on this track, it's pretty fair at following the difficulty formula, but the curve between the basement and higher floor is a little steep, but that's forgivable.
Thanks for watching Difficulty Raceway. Be sure to be on the lookout for more Difficulty Raceways, and as a matter of fact, be on the lookout for even more videos in general.
Oh god. How did I get up here?